TCI family and chump change investors worldwide. What's going on? It's your main man with the game plan back at you again. You know I can't leave you out there too long. Remember that. So look, first off, I want to thank you all personally for pushing that channel, sticking with your man here. All I ask is continue to hit that like button, thumbs up for me so I know to continue this, that y'all digging it. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Okay? It's gonna be big. Trust me. Also, in that comment section, some of you have been, and I appreciate that. Hit me up with comments to improve the channel for y'all. Questions that y'all may have that I want to hit on for you too. Okay? All the tools, use them. Okay? Which brings me to my other point today about money, period. Some of y'all, most of y'all may not know, money is a tool. Okay? Like a hammer, a screwdriver, pair of pliers, you use those things to build things. Whether you're working on your car, you're building a house, you might be building a play set for your children out back. Money is the same thing. It's a tool. So we're going to get into that, just a few. But I got an important question for you today. Might not want to let everybody hear this, but what is your time worth? Yeah, what's your time worth? Is it $15 an hour? $25 an hour? Do I hear 35, 50? Can I get 100 out there? What are you doing with your time? Are you wasting it? Because see, you can go to a restaurant, have a meal, don't finish it. Food wasted. You heard the story all the while you were growing up. Don't waste this food because you didn't like something. You know, don't waste the food. It's a waste. What I used to hear all the time is with chicken, or like fried chicken. I'd eat the chicken. I don't like the skin. Oh, you wasting the best part of the chicken, right? I know y'all probably not heard that before. But anyway, you can drive around town probably for hours looking for something to eat, can't decide what to eat, just driving, wasting what? Gas. Yep. You could probably be entertaining people that you don't want to be entertaining sometime. Waste of energy. So my point being, you can waste a lot of things. But don't worry about it, because the food you wasted, you can buy more food. The energy you wasted, go to sleep, wake up, you got energy again. You know what I mean? The gas you wasted, stop at the pump. But the time you wasted, oh, you can't get that back. So that must mean time is probably one of the most valuable things that you have. And you're selling yours for 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And the lucky ones on salary or even $100 an hour or more. Okay. Now there's nothing wrong with that, because we all have to do it to get to a better place. But it's when you become satisfied with that, satisfied with a price set on your time, that it starts not to make sense. It's your most valuable asset, other than your family, which, by the way, when they're gone, you can't get back either. So the time you spend with them is more than valuable. So that's why I push the channel sometime. I push the market all the time is because this is a way to buy back your time. Okay? Not really buy it back, but ensure that you can use your time for what you want to use it for in the very near future. You set that goal for yourself. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You set the goal for yourself. But it doesn't have to be till retirement at all. Nowhere near. Okay? You have passive income. You have active income. Active, we're all used to. Active income, wake up 6 in the morning or whenever you do. Some of us earlier, some of us a little later, but you get in that car and you drive to work and you do your 8, 10, 12 hours and come back home. That's active income. Plain and simple, you have to remain active to make that income. You have to get up and go and do something to make that income. It requires blood, sweat, and tears, okay? Passive income, just stay in the bed. Hit the golf course. Hit the basketball court. Hit the Clearport, jump on the jet, go somewhere. Relax. You on the beach with your loved one. Okay? And you're still making money. Passive income. And there's more than one way of doing that as well. But the market remains the number one way. So I'll never stop pushing the market. Okay? One day, I don't like dragged out segments with y'all because I want to keep your attention. But one day I am going to give you the story of how I knew at an early age that I just wish I had started earlier, but I knew this game was for me. It's a really funny, interesting story. We'll get to that. Okay? Now, you can do this again a number of ways. Heck, you can even do it with real estate. Okay, when you're buying property and someone is paying you monthly rents, that's passive income. Okay, so there's many ways to do it. And even in the market, if you don't want to do, just common stocks, okay, maybe you're interested in options. Maybe you're interested in REITs, okay, which is real estate investment trust. Picture it, flipping real estate without getting your hands dirty. Okay? You can just invest in the companies that are doing the real estate deals. We'll get into that though. Without being the one that's buying the property and flipping the property and showing the property and so on. Okay? Very lucrative. And again, we'll get into that along the way as well. All right? But that's what my main goal here is. To bring the information and education to you, the people who don't feel it's for you because you haven't been given the opportunity to learn about it. Okay, again, we're not gonna use that excuse anymore. The information is readily available. And I'm going to do my best, my part, to bring it to as many as I can that'll listen to me in my way. Everyone has a different way of teaching. Everyone has a different way of reaching different audiences. Okay? I hope you're my audience. That's all I can say. And I'm going to make this fun. I'm going to make it very informative. And there's a lot more, but I can't give you all the details yet. Okay, so I hope again that you continue to rock on with Chump Change Investment. Okay, now, as always, I bring y'all a jewel. Okay, so today's gem is going to be Grab Holdings. Again, I brought this up before. I don't skip around and bring you brand new stocks every episode because I'm not jumping into a brand new stock every day. No smart investor does. There's over 15,000 stocks out there. You deal with a handful or more of them at a time until it's time for you to diversify. Okay, which just means simply change out or change the way you're dealing with the ones that you have. Okay, so I brought up Grab to you a little while ago. If you haven't seen it, it's the one that says Grab, and it's got the fishing pole and my face up there, the video. Grab hold of that one. Just take a look at it. However, we have an update. Grab had its earnings call today, as a matter of fact. Today is the 15th of August, in case you're catching this on the back end. Okay, so I knew they would beat it, and they did. They beat the EPS, which is earnings per share, but they broke even with what was expected, which is fine with me because I'm not bringing you ones to the table at this moment that require a whole lot of attention and a whole lot of money putting in at this moment. I want to bring you in slowly to ones that you can grow with as you're learning. And as you're learning with these that are growing and not requiring thousands of dollars, but yet you're still making money, you have time to learn what's going on without looking today and you're down 5% and you don't know what to do anymore because that 5% costs you so much. Okay, if you lose 5% of, let's just say $100, you're okay. You get me? You're okay. If you lose 5% of 500, you don't have to call a family member, I'm hoping right now. Okay? So that's where I'm kind of starting you off from with these. Now, Grab beat earnings per share today. I think they went up to 0 or 0.01, which is fabulous because that's that much closer to becoming cash positive. Okay? I sat on and listened to the earnings call this morning. Now, I like Grab stock. I'm in it big time. Okay? So, I'm not going to sit here and just try to make it a Christmas tree for y'all. Okay? Grab has some growing to do. However, they're growing. They're not stopping the growth. Now, their main aim right now is to be a growth forward company. We want them more on a profitable side. We want them more going for the profits. But at the rate they're going right now, how do I say, they're not falling short. They're just taking it slow. And some investors don't like that. So this morning, even though they beat earnings, the price of their shares dropped. Okay. I believe it dropped just about 5%, something around there. It dropped from about $3.30 to about $3.15 Then went a little lower, came back. So I was evening out right about now, about the 3:15 mark after hours. But when it did that drop, I grabbed. No pun intended, I grabbed more. Okay, because the company is being ran correctly. I see a great future for it. I've done my research and my due diligence. Okay, and like I said, it may take a year, may take a little more, but they are still looked at as a buy, a strong buy right at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little bit more information from my AI buddy, you know what I mean? And you take it from there with your research and due diligence. And then we're gonna come back and chop it up a little more, see where we're at for the day.
Grab Holdings had several positive highlights in their Q2 2024 earnings report. Firstly, Grab's revenue grew by 17% year-over-year to $664 million, or 23% on a constant currency basis. Second, the on-demand gross merchandise value, GMV, increased by 13% year-over-year, or 18% on a constant currency basis, reaching $4.4 billion. Next, the operating loss improved significantly by $121 million year-over-year, reducing to $56 million. Also, adjusted EBITDA, which simply means earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, improved by $81 million year-over-year to $64 million. And lastly, Grab achieved a new milestone by serving a record high of 41 million monthly transacting users, MTUs, a 17% increase year-over-year 12. Well, that wraps up my segment. Now back to you in the studio, Vince.
All right, so once again, there you have it. That's just a little information on Grab, how their earnings went, where they're headed to. Okay, ran by the man, Mr. Anthony Tan. I didn't mean to rhyme right there, but you know how it is. Ran by Mr. Anthony Tan, the CEO of Grab. Okay, graduated from our universities here. One was University of Chicago. The other was, I believe, Harvard Business School was where he got his MBA. Okay, then he went on back across seas, and he's doing his thing. Okay, now I'm not going to say all the greatest things in the world. That company does face its challenges. Okay, with competition in the region. They got Uber internationally, you know what I mean? But they are spreading out, okay? They're going global, trying their best too, okay? But we're focused right now really on Asia, Southeast Asia, Malaysia, that region, Cambodia, and so on. And looking to take over that market of the world. And they're doing an excellent job at it. They're not going to stop. This thing is going to blow. It is going to take time, okay? It's not an overnight thing, but we're not looking for overnight. Remember, we are in this for the long run. That's part of this game. If you do want faster, there's faster out there, and we're going to get into that, but I want to take it slow with you. Remember, this is chunk change investment. I'm not trying to throw you straight out to the wolves with a lack of information. I'm trying to let you build your education into this, see where it's going, take baby steps. But these baby steps make a lot of money. Okay? But they're not the ones that's going to make you 50 to 100 grand. And I'm not going to make you promises of that yet. They're out there, trust me. But you have to go slow. Okay? I'm being realistic. I'm not the ones that's going to bring you a dream. Like I said, some of my other mentors out there, not putting any of them down because what they're doing is real, but who they're doing it for is not the beginner like us. Okay? It's not that. Okay? And again, like I told you before, it doesn't take long. Okay? Not at all. And I know it may seem like I'm contradicting myself, but let me explain further. You may hear me saying we're in this for the long haul on some of these stocks, and we are. However, that doesn't mean that it takes long to make a substantial amount of money. No. Case in point. I have 4 brokerages that I run. Okay? Or 4 portfolios that I manage personally. Okay? Back in June, about when I wanted to start this channel, I set a goal for the latest one I had opened. Around the latter part of June, which was Father's Day, my children asked me, "Hey, Pop, what you want for Father's Day?" Now me, I told them, I had to look and see, because I'm not used to getting anything. We're dads, we're not the moms, But I remembered something. Introducing Mr. 1792. Anyway, this bottle represents a few things to me, though. Okay, number one, I saw it. I don't even drink brown liquor. I'm a tequila drinker since about 27 years old, and that's when I do drink. However, if you're a drinker, don't drink and drive. If you're a drinker, don't trade and drink. Okay, enough about that. This 1792 caught my eye because if you've been rocking with me since the beginning, you already know the New York Stock Exchange was created in 1792. I wanted it. Now take a look at the bottle itself. Story behind another reason that I wanted it. So, the show Billions I told you about, please watch it. You'll love it. End of that commercial. But in that show, there's a particular drink they always drank. And remember, these are millionaires and billionaires, right? So in one particular episode, a guy and a girl, they go to a bar. Right? I ain't going to tell names. I want you to watch it. They go to a bar. They have a little business discussion. They tell the bartender, bring us a shot of Michter's. M-I-C-H-T-E-R-S. Bring us a Michter's. That's how it was put. So the bartender looks at him and says, that's $250 a shot. Yeah, my eyebrows went up. They looked at each other and looked back at the bartender and was like, we don't want a shot. Bring the bottle. 20 grand. Give or take. Okay, they sat there, had their discussion, drank the bottle between the two of them. When it was time for them to leave, he looks at the bartender and says, give us one apiece to go. So, no, I don't want to do that, but the bottle since then represented something to me. So ever since then I said, when I hit a certain limit, I'm going to get me one of those bottles just as a trophy. So this represented the first trophy for me. Okay? I'm getting to it. This is the first trophy. So this is nothing, pretty much probably about a $50 bottle or less. Okay? And I said I would never open it until I hit a certain goal. That goal was for the latter account that I had opened. I wanted to hit $5,000 in that account. I started that account with less than 1,000. My goal was for a year for it. It's been less than a year since I opened that account. I hit the goal yesterday, which was August 14th. However, after closing, it went down to about 4,983. So even though I had hit it, it didn't stay above it. I wasn't opening. Today, it went above almost $68, $69 over, and it stayed after closing. I can open it today. I even told my son today, I said, I'm going to open it today. But I'm not going to do it. You know why? The only reason I'm not going to open it, and stay tuned, I'll keep showing it to you every video. I'm not going to open it because I made my goal too quick. But I'm so happy that I made the goal. Okay? But that's just to tell you, that's just one account, and that's the last, that account has been open less than a year. I started with it with less than 1,000. It just buying and holding, a few options here and there, and it's over that. And that's the small account. Okay? Maybe beginning of 2025, we're going to have a small account challenge with you. I'm putting things together. I'm slow rolling this too because this I'm new at. Okay? But I just wanted to share that with you to let you know. No, I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just not setting you up for you're going to have $100,000 January 1st of 2025. It doesn't work like that. You're not going to have a $500,000 by next summer. Now you can if you got that kind of money, which goes back to what I was telling you about what some others preach. But if you have that kind, if you're the person that can put 10 grand, 5 grand a month or a week or whatever into, yeah, you can get there. But that's not who I'm appealing to. That's not the audience that I want to appeal to. Okay? So, we're going to slow roll this too. All right? So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And again, thank y'all for sharing your time with me. Okay? And again, I hope you stick your feet into Malaysia a little bit. In other words, in the grab. And we're going to rock and roll with this. I got more coming for you real soon. All right? But this is CCI out. Thank y'all again. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. I'll see you on the next one.